All right, welcome back to another video of the Target Individual Program, Target Individual Experience. So, I early on I called my son, and of course now they starting wherever I speak to my kids now, they are using the police siren again, very subtle. Okay, try to evade detection. All right, doing it very subtly. Then I just finished speaking to their mother, Pam. Got off the phone with her again, and again immediately after I hung up the phone, the police sirens. Also, so I have two YouTube channels. One is my TI channel exposing what's going on. The other channel I have, I don't have any video on it, what have you. But interesting because I went on to the other channel that I usually watch my tech videos and stuff on, and one of my videos showed up. Right. Again, I've never seen any of my videos showed up on that channel, but one of the videos showed up is when I was leaving Pam's building, right, to go to the bank, right, and in that video I was talking about obesity problem within the black community and black women, how they've been, since I had mentioned about that, how they started to use obese women in terms of targeting me. So again, but again, they try to use your word, what you say, against you, right? So again, it's not that I don't like big women. I mean, I wouldn't date them, right? But when I mention it on that video again, they love to use your concern or your care for, particularly if you're a black person, for each other, right? So when I mentioned the obesity problem, because what they've done is they've basically created within the minds of a lot of black women, European women, that the whole body positivity thing, right? And when you look at the statistics, particularly in the black community, okay, particularly black women and black men, right? 80% of black women are overweight or obese. Okay, followed by about 60% of black men are obese, overweight. Okay, and me speaking about it, any black person speaking about it, is speaking about it out of concern, because I understand, like I said, the subtle dynamics of racism, particularly here in the diaspora and globally as well. So particularly within communities where the majority of black people live, there is no option. There isn't a lot of options for healthy food. It's fast food, bodegas, small grocery stores, which don't carry healthy foods. As if you go to Manhattan, where you have, all these grocery stores which offer healthy food, or you go into other parts of Brooklyn, where it's predominantly white people living. All right, or instead of Jews, they have their own kosher stuff, what have you, healthy food, right? But I look at it as on a bigger scale. The reason why there isn't any a lot of stores within the black community, grocery stores, that offer healthy foods, unless you're from the Caribbean, then you have like the Caribbean grocery stores, right? But again, black people don't own these stores and these grocery stores. Also, the attack on black farmers, the theft of black owned farmlands by white farmers, by the Department of Agriculture, and also by the financial institution, the banks, all working hand in hand. Okay, and they have stolen over, what is it, 20 plus million acres of farmland that was owned by black farmers. Okay, and even today we see that black farmers, okay, are struggling to keep their farm because of the continued attack by the banks, by white farmers to take over black farmlands or black owned farmlands. This is nothing new. Okay, this is nothing new. And like I said, they condition us with this symbolism, a symbolistic type of mindset where they can do symbolism in front of us, and we get all happy and excited. We start dancing the jig, right? And so with California, talk about that. They'll dangle the carrot in front of the donkeys, right? But they'll never give the carrot to them. You understand? When it comes to reparation. So when we see here, I was reading today in California, California governor says that he's not entertaining the idea of money as a form of reparation, payment for, ADOS people. My brothers and sisters who are Black American of descendants of enslaved African people. I've said it, not just me, but other Black Americans have said it, right? In the past, elders, white people in America do not want Black people in America to have economic equality. Neither do they want you to have educational equality. This is why they're changing all throughout the United States the curriculum. They don't want to teach about slavery in America, how their ancestors enslaved African people. They want to keep gaslighting us, keep teaching us lies, and keep on playing us against each other, keep on manipulating us. And again, like I said, religion is a big part of this control mechanism. Jesus is not your savior. Jesus is white people's savior. Okay? As long as you keep holding on to that Jesus, that white Jesus that you love more than yourself, every white man that you see, a white person that you see walking by, you'll see them as your savior, and that's Jesus. It's a deep psychological conditioning. They can brutalize us, murder us, assault us, steal from us, take what we create, profit from it, and it's okay, because they have taught you to love Jesus and to forgive them. Okay? There's a book, I talked about this book before. It's called In Love with Whiteness, a shame-based, In Love with Whiteness, the oppressed in league with the oppressor, a shame-based relationship. All right, I think the author is Jerome E. Wright, if I'm not mistaken. And as a TI, I use my experience to study what is being done, and understand that it's being done on a broader scale, particularly to people that look like me, my people. Right now, we may have a different mindset. We may believe, they may believe different things. I don't believe. I think and I know. Okay. But they're still my people. Still love them same way. And this is the mindset that we have to each other. Okay, we have to put our blackness first, above anything else. Okay? Because that's what they do. They put their whiteness first, above everything else. The Arabs put their whiteness first, before anything else. Above their Quran, above their Allah. Same as white people. Above their Christian belief system, above their God. Right? And why do I say that? Because the very same people that tell you that you should not do this and do that and do that, right? you should follow God's 10 Commandments. They don't even follow not one of them. They can't even see their own brutality against non-white people. This is why they can give Native Americans, put smallpox on a blanket and give it to them. And then on church on Sunday go and pray to God. They can take away the freedom of black people who were in this country before they started to go to Africa and kidnap people to enslave them. Okay? They can walk into a church full of black folks and start shooting, and then call themselves Christians. And you, my people, call yourself Christians, behave like them in a lot of ways. So you have to wake up. Use your mind. Your ancestors live within you. They are you, you are them. They are reincarnated within you. Though you may be a new with your own mind, but you carry them within you. Not just in your mind, but in your blood, your DNA. Understand that if we don't unite as a people, our children, like I said, when I expose this, I'm not doing this for me only. Okay? I'm doing it for every person that look like me. I'm doing it for every person that don't look like me. Because, like I said, what is coming down the pipeline, and things are going to get a lot worse. But with the technology that they have developed, when it gets worse, there'll be no anger. There'll be no huge protests, because they are able to delete your emotions. If you're angry, it's gone in a second. If you're frustrated, it's gone in a second. The Russians have talked about this with this technology, and how these countries in the West will use this technology to make their citizens, those living within their borders, docile in their oppression, happy in their discontent. Nothing but, particularly for us as black people, a permanent consumer class. And I was also watching Roland Martin, and he's like, black unemployment is down, historic lows. Okay, but they never, you ever notice that they never talk about what kind of jobs? You may be employed, but are you getting a living wage? Or are you getting minimum wage? Because, we can have historic lows of black unemployment, but if you're not paid a living wage, okay, not just a wage, but a living wage, which allows you to save. So you can have historic lows unemployment, but as a group, do you see any wealth growth? That's how you measure. Not by saying unemployment for black men is at historic lows. Do you see a growth in increased wealth, increased savings? The answer is no. So please stop with this, particularly for black liberals. I should say European liberals. All these talking points, again, to make us feel good, unless we, like I said, unite, start to, and I always recommend go to Dr. Ray Higgins. He has what is it, the Black Achievement Fund, sort of what Marcus Garvey was doing. We need to get back to that Garveyite way of thinking. Garvey told us, and they conspired to destroy his character, his name. They use every trick they have in the book to get rid of Garvey. Any one of us who have the power to unite each other, they will destroy them. It could be your son, your daughter, your mother, your father, your immediate family, your best friend, your husband, your wife. They have been at war with us, but we don't think there's a war going on. Right? We don't think there's a war going on. Not just within our minds and what they've done to our minds, right? The conditioning of menticide. But the poisoning of our environment, the building of homes on toxic land and selling it to us, the building of schools on toxic land and where we send our children to. The purposely poisoning, the intention, I should say, the poisoning of black towns all across America. And yet, we still cannot wake up. And you got to ask yourself, why? And when you do that, go and Google radio wave and microwave frequency weapons for mind control. Go get the book, Controlling the Human Mind by Dr. Nick Begich. It has wealth of information about these technologies. We must come to an awakening that these technologies exist, and it has played a major part in manipulating our minds. Alright, so with that being said, I'll talk to you guys in the next video.